Guys, welcome back to another episode of Digital Bananas here. I think I finally have over here. I've already started going live here. Okay. Going live in classic mode is working. ... Maybe. Question mark. Because I'm not sure exactly. Going live and showing you all how to Skype. Not necessarily Skype. I want to talk about in this video. Specifically, is this going to work? Is this going to stick? I don't know. I apologize for not tuning to me. So when you look at me. Anyway, so this is actually... I don't want to go here. You see this button up here, live control? I don't want to go to that because I'm already live. I'm going to even type it down here. I'm going to leave classic mode to the newer live control room. What does this all mean? Don't know. I don't know. Because it's in this room here that I'm able to get my videos to work. That's what I use to get the showing people how to Skype, which I need to shorten that video because it's way too long, and that actually could be used for purposes of business. People might be wondering, why are you wearing your mask? It's just habit, because when you're around people and you're working out, you wear a mask. It's okay to embrace the mask for many reasons. One, it's creating a lot of jobs, pro jobs, and if you're pro jobs and you want more manufacturing jobs here, guess what's happening? A lot of people are making masks from home, giving people work. And one of the ways that we can give people that work is if we get creative and we start wearing different kinds of... I got a different kinds of mask. I've got this checkered one of the races coming up. So there's that one. It actually looks like I just stole someone's picnic table. And I got this random one that's got like half navy blue, half white. And so yeah, I think we should embrace it. I think teachers could wear them in front of their kids. They have really great ideas with like how they can decorate their masks. If kids ask, we can explain. And the fact of the matter is this could happen again. This could happen again in the future, and we obviously don't want things to slow down, right? We want things to go full stop. So here we go. Oh, now I'm going to get to what I was actually going to do. Go to the live control room. Oh my goodness. Here I go. Going to the live. Now this is the newer one where, look, it's saying new stream. New stream. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Here we go. Now I'm back to where I was before with what... Okay, good. So it kept that going. You see how I was... See, I tried going into that... Now, that... What you just saw there, where it looked like you could create a new stream, I've tried it that way too, but it doesn't seem to have any success like it does coming to this page. So this is the page I would say you need to be on to come down here, reveal, click the reveal button, copy your stream, click hide after it changes to that, which I have not shown that at all as far as I've started, which I need to reframe. So now that I've got that, the stream going good, well, so here, cut back to this. So yeah, so you have the class. So I chose Stream Now Classic. And if you hit Stream instead, you can start one and it goes to a different page, but it hasn't worked for me. It hasn't, the videos don't stick for some reason. There's other videos I have that just have this digital bananas symbol on, with the bananas and digital bananas, and that's it. So it's just a graphic. So y'all see things. It's fine though. You don't need to. I'm just testing things. So if I were to, let's say, go to a new tab here and say, let's go surf the web. I want to talk about Microsoft Teams. What's going on with Microsoft Teams update? I don't know. Out there. Let me talk to the camera for a second. They updated something today. We use Teams. There's 4 panelists. It's nice to be able to admit people in. One of our guests, for some reason, is allowed in without being admitted, which messes with the order. But here's the thing. Today, I got the order right, but for some reason with the new Microsoft Teams update, you can allow 10 people. It changed the shape and exactly where... Oh, how do I explain this? How am I going to explain this? So our signal for our Teams, where you see just 4 boxes with 4 people talking, that's being sent through a video switcher, where through the video switcher you can add graphics to it. Um, you can say, okay, this person's square camera window, we can design it so that that person can then be blown up, full screen through the switcher and things like that. I don't know how other way to explain it, but then you can use the switcher to manipulate when you do a close-up of this person, that person, when you're just, imagine you have 4 boxes. 1, 2, I should be, I need to cut to an actual shot of this. Let's see, Microsoft Teams. Amazon, because there's a product I want to show you. I think everyone should get a smartphone tripod. Smartphone tripod. Soft Teams. Now, I like to go back here. Now, one thing I need to figure out is there anybody... There's one person watching. I like to ask the one person who's watching, can you type a little something? Let me know you're there, because at some point it'd be nice to have like a full audience here and actually have a bunch of people. Okay, so I'm not even doing this anymore. That didn't work. So I tell people, this is a good healthy strain. What that means? That's just based on what the colors should say. Can you type a little something? There's one person watching. I have one person watching. Great, excellent. Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams. What is Microsoft 360? All right, new features. New features. So when you've got, here's a good example, the 4 boxes. I wish Teams would let you be able to choose where you put folks. Now, I get it. You can pin, unpin, and they're moving around. I don't know why. And when I say pin and unpin, within Teams, you can select somebody and select pin, and then they become full screen. Okay? But when you unpin, it doesn't, for some reason today, when we went back to where you see all 4 boxes, they were in a different order. Don't know if Teams can fix that. I don't know. Zoom is a great option, but for some reason, and I need to be educated on this, is why smartphones won't give you a full screen effect on Zoom. They put black bars on either side if someone has a smartphone. At least that's how it was working with the town hall Zoom conference thing we were doing. All right, so much stuff I want to talk about. One thing I want to talk a lot about is that I don't refer to these things as calls to people. I refer to them as rooms. Some rooms you have to be admitted into. Some you don't. Some, there's a waiting room feature where you are taken out of the room and brought back in with, I guess, a little bit more guidance, I'd say. Like, for instance, in Teams, when you're asked to leave the room, you still need to come back and knock, if that makes sense, and then be let back in. Ideally, for some reason, we've had an issue with one of our guests on the show has been able to, in a sense, sneak in without being able to knock, which is fine. You want that, and I'll give you a situation where we do want that. When we use Skype for Inside Indiana Business, we're using Skype in a sense, and there's other ways around this, but we give everybody their own link to their own room so that they can go in. It's like a hotel room. A digital hotel room. We give you the room and key. You get to go in and leave whenever you want. And Skype's free. So we're trying to set an example for folks out there who don't have the money for Zoom and Microsoft Teams to be able to do this kind of thing. So with Microsoft Teams, I don't know what's going on. So today we got the order right, but because of this new update where you can now allow 8 boxes instead of 4, it's changed either the width, length of the box, so that going through the HDMI, our video switcher, we now need to go in there and just kind of change the parameter of. I don't even know how to explain that without showing the footage of what they're doing on the video switcher. But ideally, it's something you can do with OBS and some programs where you can take your live stream and your windows and manipulate those so that, like, one window, like I said, you could then take, this gentleman, for instance, and then you on the switcher, you can design it so that this area from here, this square, can then be enlarged to fill this whole area. And I don't even know if you can see my mouse. You probably can't even see it. I don't know. Does that show... God, I'm going to have to look back and see. Actually, go look at the live stream. Does it show the mouse going across? See, I don't think it does. Because it's showing within the browser. Okay, so there's a part of what I'm doing here that you're not even seeing but you're hearing what I'm saying, I guess, hopefully understanding what I'm saying. But right now with Teams today, I had everybody in the right order. Let's say this was the correct order with where these folks are. And it wasn't lining up with the parameters of our video switcher, which is fine. If we can get that set, it just seems like with Teams is I have to get them in the right order kind of the first time. It's hard to have people leave. Because with Zoom, it's really nice because you can put them in the waiting room and then bring them in from the waiting room. That's not really nice with our... Some people might ask, well, why are you using Skype for Inside Indiana Business where you can give someone their own room that they can leave and come out of when with Zoom? Technically, we could do the same thing with Zoom. They could get a link, click the link, and it goes right into the password-protected room, and they don't have to type anything in. Having said that, and then you can decide with Zoom whether or not they can just come right in or not. So technically, Zoom would work too. The only thing with Zoom I have to figure out, like I said before, I know I mentioned before, the smartphones. We gotta get the smartphones to be able to do full screen. Okay, iPads are friendly with Zoom, but most people have smartphones. If I had to say to get anything and you have a Wi-Fi connection and you want the best solution for Wi-Fi, I would say for across all boards, get an iPad. But they have smartphone tripods. Please out there, if anybody knows what to do, look at this. If you know what to do on Zoom to get a full screen through a smartphone, and it might be the computer we're using, I don't know. But I want to be able to suggest to people, get a smartphone and use that because they've worked well with wireless networks and Wi-Fi networks. Don't want to expect people to always pull out their Ethernet cable, but depends on what you're using. But the smartphones, if you had to get an iPad, if someone was like, get an iPad, it's the best solution. For all of these, a newer one, yeah, they're pricey. Pricey. Some are a little cheaper. Cheaper. I've seen some good deals. Let's see, where's our sort by? I said low to high, but I guess it didn't really. It's the best deal I can find. That's 117. So you get a used one. I don't know, but it seems like the iPads are working and I need to. I don't know. Anybody who watched this, please let me know if that's wrong and you've been able to see with a smartphone full screen on something like that. All right. And then, because my thing is, I ideally wouldn't want to not use Zoom. Teams is fine. It's just, I'm just now debating on when do we update, should we update, that sort of thing. I would think that if we have 8-box potential with Teams, we'll stay with that update. But if anybody knows anything about the Zoom, that's what I should do about this, calling this thing. Can smartphones, full screen, and Zoom. The questions I have. Okay, that's what I'm calling it. Smartphones, full screen, and Zoom. The questions I have, and what I'm asking specifically with full screen and smartphone is when. See, right now I got full screen right now, but when we did a Zoom recently, the smartphone had black bar here on the side and a black bar here on the side, giving kind of a 4:3 look as opposed to 16:9, if that makes sense. And I'm sure it's just a Zoom update. Gosh, I guess I could try searching Zoom smartphone update. What does it say? Zoom. Oh, here we go. Quick sec. Quick. The user, yes. Managing. Huh. Integration. Here, audio video sharing. Video. Um. I don't know what if this is something. How do I test my video? Here, manually rotate camera. See, here it is. You can see right here how there's like the. It's not terrible. It's not terrible by any means. I'm not gonna lie. One gentleman in particular, I thought the two black bars on either side were a little bit more. So that doesn't look as 4:3 as. But there's video settings that I guess you can look to, and I just wonder if how do I test my video? And you know what? This is a good way for people, whether it's Skype, Microsoft Teams, or Zoom, get on here and just look at some videos. I'm going to keep talking about this stuff. Zoom seems pretty promising to me in terms of just solving a lot of problems we have. Do any of these allow you to change the order of where the camera windows are? Like if you had to on a dime real quick, just click one of a person's window and move it somewhere else. That would be awesome. But anyway, all right, this has been a long enough video. Let me know what you guys think. I hope all of this came through on this old school screen here. I've got smartphones, full screen Zoom, the questions I have, including Microsoft Teams. What a very random title to have. I don't even know if this is good. What am I saying? Smartphones, full screen, and Zoom. The questions I have, including Microsoft Teams. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not even going to put anything in the description. To the one person who's been watching, is that me? I don't think so. I wish they'd tell me who is the person watching. Appreciate it. It would be cool if it was more people, but I get why it's not. So anyway, happy banana-ing or happy Skyping, Zooming. So yeah. Anyway.